Join us as we journey through pixels and lore. From self-growth tips to world events galore. Gaming discussions, nothing's off the table. Grab your controller, we're ready and able. It's a wild ride, no need to stable. Welcome to the Nutty, where minds intertwine. Unraveling theories with laughter and kind. From gaming to growth, we keep it real. So tune in right now, let's start the reveal. Peanut and Skip, we're here to stay. Join us on this ride, come laugh today. It's the Nutty Podcast, pull up a seat. Peanut and Skip, Star Hopper, bringing that heat. We're diving deep in the games we play. Conspiracies lurking every single day. Talking about life now, ain't that neat? Welcome to the Nutty, where minds intertwine. Unraveling theories with laughter and kind. From gaming to growth, we keep it real. So tune in right now, let's start the reveal. Join us as we journey through pixels and lore. From self-growth tips to world events galore. Gaming discussions, nothing's off the table. Grab your controller, we're ready and able. It's a wild ride, no need to stable. Welcome to the Nutty, where minds intertwine. Unraveling theories with laughter and kind. From gaming to growth, we keep it real. So tune in right now, let's start the reveal. Peanut and Skip, we're here to stay. Join us on this ride, come laugh today. It's the Nutty Podcast, pull up a seat. Peanut and Skip, Star Hopper, bringing that heat. We're diving deep in the games we play. Conspiracies lurking every single day. Talking about life now, ain't that neat? Welcome to the Nutty, where minds intertwine. Unraveling theories with laughter and kind. From gaming to growth, we keep it real. So tune in right now, let's start the reveal. Join us as we journey through pixels and lore. From self-growth tips to world events galore. Gaming discussions, nothing's off the table. Grab your controller, we're ready and able. It's a wild ride, no need to stable. Welcome to the Nutty, where minds intertwine. Unraveling theories with laughter and kind. From gaming to growth, we keep it real. So tune in right now, let's start the reveal. Peanut and Skip, we're here to stay. Join us on this ride, come laugh today. It's the Nutty Podcast, pull up a seat. Peanut and Skip Star Hopper bringing that heat. We're diving deep in the games we play. Conspiracies lurking every single day. Talking about life now, ain't that neat? Welcome to the Nutty, where minds intertwine. Unraveling theories with laughter in kind. From gaming to growth, we keep it real. So tune in right now, let's start the reveal. Join us as we journey through pixels and lore.
Right away. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Nutty Podcast. My name's Peanut. I got Skip right beside me.
What's going on, everybody?
If you guys don't already know, this is episode 7 of the Nutty Podcast. Myself and Skip have been doing this already. This is the 7th episode. So let's see what we're going to be getting into.
So before the episode, essentially Peanut threw an idea to me about things that don't, like, what was it? It was like unexplained glitches in the Matrix, like Reddit, right?
Yes.
And it was those things where it's like, oh, when I was here working here doing this or that, it was like these things happened, and I couldn't explain it, right? And I'm like, okay, we can do that. That's fine. It's kind of like we pick things that we both know and we both have somewhat interest in. We live in the same world, right? But then I had an idea, and I've been mulling this idea over for a couple of days now, actually from last week, because there was one thing that led to another, but I thought this would be funny, of basically bringing Peanut into my world of romance books and writing and things like that, which I thought would be pretty funny. So I have a couple of things lined up, right? So we can do one of two things right now. We can either go over the book tropes, which I don't think that you know, and kind of dabble in that, or we can go into is it a real book or is it fanfic?
Okay.
So I'll let you decide, because the conversation of tropes I think is very interesting, because there's some shit in there, especially from romance, differs from like normal book tropes. So I think that one will be pretty funny to go over with you.
Sounds good. One thing I forgot to put on here, I forgot to remind people there's a giveaway going on today.
Ooh, and what is that giveaway?
We're doing a Nutty Podcast shirt. The other day hey, look, my face is stuck. The other day I was randomly playing. It was about a 3-hour stream, midnight. I don't usually do this during the week, and I was like, you know what? Mid fucking week, I was like, I'm doing a giveaway. Who's here? Did a giveaway, and one of our buddies, our faithful buddies, just joined the chat. Retired firefighter won that giveaway.
The one, the only legendary retired firefighter who is in all of our communities. You know him. We love him.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a second giveaway during episode 7. It's going to be the same shirt.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, we're going to be doing this one. Not sure if you know which shirt I'm talking about, though, Skip.
No, is it going to be your new mermaid corn dog one?
It is not the mermaid corn dog, which that can be a shirt, part of the Nutty Podcast.
Honestly, that'd be really funny. I really like the one where it's the astronaut with the corn dogs, because that was like my thing, but it's like if we made that into a Nutty Podcast shirt, that'd be really funny.
We can. It'll be part of the lore.
Well, I mean, it'll fit with this episode of what we're going to talk about.
I can make it mid podcast. Let's see.
Yeah, we can do it after.
This is the shirt in particular that is the one up for grabs today. So if anybody can see that, if not, I can expand it. Expand this
Go
for
ahead
you
and zoom it
guys.
for the people in the back.
So this is the shirt that's being on giveaway today. This one is the Nutty podcast. When we get older, somehow it thought to kill Skip off.
Yeah, honestly, fair. The way that I live and eat and exercise, that's fair. If
But
I don't
that
start
is the
changing,
one.
which is funny because in reality, that shirt makes me look more badass than I actually am. So, also, while we're talking about giveaways and stuff, what about your Dubby sponsorship that you never do, and that I always remind you on the podcast?
I did not make one today, but guys, if you go to w.gg and go get yourself a W little can right here. This is plastic, so it's a little tub. If you go get it, w.gg, use code Nutty22, you get 10% off your first batch order. So guys, go check that out. They are one of the people who like to tell me, hey, come put our name out there. Why not? Not saying full on sponsor, but I'm an affiliate to them. Let's see, which one would you say is shorter from the two concepts you're throwing at me today?
I mean, the most straightforward one is going to be the tropes. Basically, we'll play kind of like a smash or pass game, which this is not an original idea. I was actually listening to another podcast that did this, but that was two people who live in this world. I thought it'd be funny to do it with someone who does not live in this world at all.
Okay.
So I got this idea from what is it, the Smashcast podcast, which not sponsored, not affiliated, but I think they're hilarious. And as someone who's a writer and a romance enjoyer, great podcast. Definitely go give them a listen if that's your world. But we have no affiliation. So, anyways,
Sounds good. Let's
the
let's start with the shorter one.
okay, so the tropes are pretty straightforward. The game itself, that'll be however long it takes to, I don't know. But essentially, in all books, there's always tropes. However, there are different ones in these romances, whether it's normal romance or dark romance. So I thought it'd be funny, kind of a smash or pass thing, where I'm going to tell you what it is, and then you go smash or pass. So
Am
number
I gonna
one,
be
I
like
actually
Markiplier?
yeah, but this is a little less ridiculous with the Pokemon. There's no Pokemon, at least not from this list that I have in front of me.
We're going
I could be
Pokemon
wrong.
next time.
So so this is a list of, let me see, like 15. There's way more. There's a lot more niche topics, but I thought these ones, the ones that came up, were pretty good because they're incredibly common. So number one is enemies to lovers. Pretty straightforward. It's characters start out disliking each other, but their intense feelings eventually turn into romance. So normally it's a very morally gray man and a very like, and I hate when they do this. It's normally like the damsel in distress who's like, "Oh, I'm the princess of the kingdom, and everyone I know is good," and da 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 da. And then he's usually like either kidnapped or something like that, where it's she gets his side of the story, and it's usually kind of something like that. So enemies to lovers, to me, smash.
Okay.
What are you
So
thinking?
enemies to lovers. Hmm. Really depends, like how it's being portrayed. So sometimes some enemies, yes, they can become lovers. Yeah, smash. You know what? If it's just a concept, if we're talking about the physical being of where it leads from, and
Yeah,
that needs a little bit more detail in it. But if it's just a story, yeah, smash.
we're taking these kind of at face value of their most common perception, right? So enemies to lovers is normally a conflicting pair that ends up becoming a couple. Normally it ends with them being like, oh, they're together forever. Normally it's a happy ending. Normally, not always. Which then leads into this one, which this one's a very odd one comparatively, which is friends to lovers. which I find incredibly annoying and very juvenile, and I kind of hate it, which is a pass for me. It's a relationship develops between two longtime friends, right? But it's always followed by another trope, which is a miscommunication trope, which I hate, but I get it. But this is just friends to lovers.
Okay, so the miscommunication is what affects them, and it
Usually,
happens continuously.
that is the most common uh like crossover between those tropes is usually it's pretty much all of these relationships or all these tropes are going to have the miscommunication trope. And if you ask a lot of the people who are into these books,
Mhm.
it's the worst trope, but it's understandable to progress a story a certain way. However, when it comes to the friends to lovers, I hate it because it's usually like, well, I don't want to ruin my relationship because we've been friends for so long and I don't want to ruin that. It's they can be like both in their 30s and it sounds like they're in middle school and it's the most annoying thing to me.
Okay. Um, I've been in something similar. Nothing ever happened from it.
But we're talking fictional, right?
Mhm.
Where it even if these could also apply to like TV shows, right?
Okay.
But these are very common in most romances, whether it's TV or books. There's going to be some in here where it's more relative towards books, but we'll get to those in a second.
Mm, I feel like I might be in those. Reason being, because I remember watching a movie a while back. Real famous movie. A lot of people like it. Caught me off guard because I wasn't really into these romantic movies. So let's say The Notebook. I wasn't fully into them, but you know what? It got me thinking. I was like, you know, some of these stories that people come up with, it can happen in real life. So you know what? Smash.
See, I've never seen The Notebook. That's one. It's funny because I feel like I'd have to be in a relationship to watch it because I'm not just gonna watch it on my own. Because the shit that I'm listening or reading or listening to, it's a lot weirder. I would say
Okay.
lot more things going on. Next one, fake relationship. It's two characters to pretend to be a couple, often to achieve a specific goal. The only instance that I have that I really enjoy this was Leather and Lark, where essentially the main female character despises the main male character, but it's her best friend's like husband's brother. So it's she wants to keep him safe for her sake, so she arranges a marriage to him and contracts him, who is a hitman, to figure out who is killing off her family. There's a whole thing to it. It's the Ruinous Lovers trilogy, all three books, fantastic if anyone is interested. But fake relationship, there's a lot of instances in shows where it's like, oh, we're not actually dating. Like The Proposal with Ryan
Yeah,
Reynolds,
Ryan Reynolds.
his movie. Fake relationship, I fuck with it. I smash.
The funny thing, the first thing that popped in my head wasn't the Ryan Reynolds movie, but it was the same concept. Because if you remember that movie, she's getting deported, so she's like, hey, you know what? It's gonna be there's a specific word to this when it comes down to a job. It's and I have to know this because I'm a manager. How do I not know this? It's
Work visa,
no, no, not the work visa, but the reason. Like, you give me this, and I'll give you this.
a quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo. So it was a quid pro quo thing, for that movie. But
Mhm.
the funny thing that came up to my head, not even that, was I was like, damn, this happens a lot with Mexicans, and I'm Mexican, so I was like, they're trying to get into the country. That's why I was
Yeah,
like, oh, that's hilarious.
I feel like that's a fair statement.
And the good thing, I can't say that because I am Mexican. but no, I was born in the U.S. But um, I really like that movie, so I think in that certain concept, I will go with a Smash as well, guys. Quick second, if you do want to join the giveaway, it's going on for 50 minutes. We're at 46 minutes right now. Exclamation point giveaway. If you do want to join in for that, sure, guys. Remember, you have to be here. If you're not in here, you will respin it and you'll lose your opportunity at that shirt. So exclamation point giveaway to join in on that free giveaway, guys.
All right. So fake relationship, both smash. All right.
Yeah.
This one's an interesting one. This one is called forced proximity, and characters are forced to spend time together in a confined space. I think it comes down to how it's done, but I think I would smash because I think it's kind of the same thing as fake relationships, right? It's like, okay, they got into a situation where they're together for X amount of time, but this does apply to a bit more things because it's more like the situation itself, not the the faking it to make it.
But in this
Like
forced situation, are they trapped somewhere? Like, let's say, are they trapped on a farm that they can't escape? Are they trapped on an elevator? Like, what kind of
in
concept of?
most in most cases, it's more of like, oh, it's kind of like, oh, we're both taken prisoner, and like, oh, we survived all this shit together. It's a lot of that concept where yes, it can be like, oh, it's a bottle episode of something where it's like, oh, they're stuck in this singular room and they have to work together to get out of a life-threatening situation. It's kind of like the hero concept of like, oh, you saved me, I love you, kind of like one of those things. That's a bad example, but it's very similar. So forced proximity would be like, oh, we have to escort the prisoner from this village to that village in this wagon that's going to take like 10 days. And it's like, oh, the guy finds out that, oh, she actually wasn't whatever they said she was, or it's one of those things. It's very situational based, but it falls under a lot of the same pretenses of like forced proximity
Okay.
or fake relationship, I mean.
I have seen
So
movies like that. I'm not against them, but I feel they let's say because I relate a lot to movies because I don't do too much books, but I relate more to movies. So with that, I'd probably skip the reason. Also, I'll pass on that one. The reason because they got so outplayed because they were coming out with so many movies doing the same exact concept back to back at one point. So I'll pass on that one.
yeah, so a better definition is a narrative device where characters are compelled to spend extended time in close physical proximity, often against their will, to develop romantic feelings, resolve conflict, or advance the plot. Common scenarios include being snowed in, stranded together, or forced to work as partners, leading to heightened emotional intimacy, the revelation of secrets, and the exploration of chemistry as there is nowhere to hide from one another. So it's like I said, it's kind of one of those. It falls under like the fake relationship because it's kind of the same thing, but there's more situational awareness of it.
Mhm.
I I'm leaning more towards Smash on that one than I am Pass, just because it does fall under other tropes that I like. So it is what it is. It's a situational based kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, the next one, Second Chance. It obviously we all know this, but just for shits and giggles, it's a couple who was once together gets a chance to rekindle their relationship. I hate this. I will pass every time on this because I find it annoying, especially in a book. Because in a show, I'm like, ah, whatever. When you get down to a book has way more internal dialogue that's just so unbearably annoying, especially when you know the character that they're still in love with is an absolute POS. Because like, oh well, he mistreated me and this and that and da 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 da, but I think he can change. I still love him. And then it's just the dude of like, I know I was the best thing that ever happened to her, and da da da. I'm like, I hate this so much. It's because I know people like that. But that's besides the point.
Yeah, no, I've never, yeah, I've never went back for someone in the past. The closest thing I got was I hung out with someone from my past at one point because I was
Mm,
not that I was desperate, but I had an extra Dodger ticket and I didn't want to waste it. So I
yeah.
invited one of my exes at that time, and I was like, you know what, you want to go? So
Well, but
mm,
that's the thing. IRL, it makes sense of second chances because people change.
mm.
But for plot driven books or shows, I find it incredibly annoying because it's like you could have just made it where the guy wasn't a POS, or it's you brought a new person in that's way better, way hotter, but then the old flame comes back, and then there's a lot of conflict to resolve. Fine, but it's the niche, like, oh, I know he could change. That is what bothers me in a fictional setting.
In a fictional setting, yeah, that would annoy me because
Yeah.
really it's plots that I get it. They're trying to relate with their audience because maybe someone's been through that. Like they're trying to see what kind of connection they can build. But yeah, I wouldn't want to have it in my literature. Um, I think I would pass on that one.
Okay. This one again, these ones get weird. This one is forbidden love. Romance blooms between characters
It's
who
not a family
face
member, right?
here. So hold on, we'll get to that in a second. It romantic romance blooms between characters who face societal or personal obstacles that make their relationships taboo. There, there's a lot to unpack with this one. Off rip, I will say pass. But I'm going to explain more into this because it's a very common thing in like dark romance.
Okay.
And it doesn't necessarily mean a family member, but the shit that goes on in some of these books is very odd. So I'm gonna use a couple examples. Number one is, like, oh, stepbrother or stepsister or stepfather or stepmother. That's a trope that's normally in dark romance. The moment I even get a hint of that, like in a like, because I'll do Audible where you get a sample of the book before you buy it. I'm like, okay. And the moment I get a hint of like, cool, nope, we're turning this off. Let me go to the next thing. It's weird. Is that not the best? Mike, shush, shush, Mike.
Mike, if you do want to join the giveaway, exclamation point giveaway on the chat. Anybody else also, anybody viewing that hasn't hit exclamation point giveaway, if you do want to giveaway for that shirt, exclamation point giveaway. At the end, you'll get a Nutty Podcast shirt.
Another example is somebody starting to date their stalker, right? So
Do they
I have
know they're
two.
the stalker at that moment or not until later?
So here's the thing. I'm going to use two different examples. They're the stalker trope, which I hate, but totally different ends of the spectrum. So, number 1, and I've talked about this book before. I feel like you know exactly where I'm going. The Haunting Adeline series. It's the whole time it's this guy who is just this self-righteous POS that kills uh SA uh how the hell do I say perpetrators, like the people who commit like heinous acts towards any like women, children, and that kind of nature, but then goes and basically stalks this woman and then SA's her into having Stockholm syndrome for him. It's incredibly dark. It is a horribly written book. It is a horribly topicked book. Anyone who likes this book, you're wrong and should seek help. And it's gross. This is so this is a literal scene where she just inherited this like mansion from her late aunt, and there's like a greenhouse in the back, right? So there's glass where you can see out into the yard, like it's a nice big property, and she's hearing these like noises outside, and then she sees the shadow of of the main guy and calls the police, right? Makes sense. She's on the phone with the police, and it goes into the description of the guy lighting a cigarette and the lighter basically framing his jawline, where she's like, oh, he's kind of hot, and then hangs up the phone. I shit you not. That is a real scene from that book. It is a horrible, horrible book, and I will die on that hill.
She's like, hold on, never mind. Let me get this.
It's literally, I think there's someone outside my house. I think I see him in the trees. It looks like he just lit a cigarette. Everything's fine. Like, what the fuck? That's what, like, that is like the worst example of forbidden love outside of a family member. Like, it makes no fucking sense. It's gross. It's ugh. So, on the other end, you need to write that novel, Mike. It's so bad. It's so bad. I cannot preface this enough. Do not waste your time with Haunting Adeline. H.D. Carlton sucks at writing, and I will die on that hill. The other end of the spectrum, it's called Lights Out. And this version is a golden retriever stalker. They give a good reason of why he's a stalker. They give like he's never like abusive or like wanting to like hurt the main female character. It's when he was younger, he had an abusive father that abused him and his mother. And so he went to school for like computer sciences so he could like get rid of any traces of them from the father. And so he kind of is super protective, and like anyone that he has any sort of connection to or is in love with, and I use quotations because it's like he has his best friends who know like what happened and stuff like that, where it's like, oh yeah, he's a little clingy, but like this is the reason why he's told us this and that, da 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 da. So when he starts stalking this girl who's a nurse, like she's like a really decent human, like he falls in love. It's not exactly healthy, but like he starts stalking her, but it's funny because he'll do something and then feel really bad about it. There is a scene where he plants a camera in her house and then literally before using it gives her a camera finder so she knows like, hey, I did this, like I'm sorry. It's really funny. It's actually a really funny concept where it's like, okay, he's a stalker, but like I don't feel gross like learning about this person. So that's kind of what I was saying about like the forbidden love thing. There's a whole lot of other things where it's like, what the actual fuck? But I'm just giving you two examples that I have personally listened to and or read. I'm like, okay, out of both of those, the Lights Out Stalker, I am perfectly fine with. Golden Retriever, if no one knows what I'm talking about, Golden Retriever, it's literally look at a Golden Retriever dog, and that's the personality that they encompass, right? So Forbidden Love, it's a pass for me just because most of the time it's really weird. There's very few times where it's like, oh, this is fine. It's just sometimes it's a little much.
Yeah, especially if she knows that's the stalker. It's not even that, oh, she didn't know he was like stalking her or being this like this crazy killer on the side. Like that'd be something different because when you were describing it, all I can think of is like SVU, to where she's dating the killer, but she doesn't realize she's dating the killer. And then when she's kind of getting the hints from the cops of what's going on, she's kind of like seeing in her head, she's still trying to defend them. Next, you know it, she's getting hurt for even talking to the cops. That's kind of where I thought you were going with first, but
I mean, realistically, so in that context, like the first book, that's it's kind of that, but it's just the moment that he comes in, like she knows it's him.
yeah.
There's no like, oh hey, we're dating. Da, 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 da. There was another book that I was listening to, and it's basically if Batman was a stalker. It's 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 a very interesting book. I think it's called Under Her Scars. It's a very interesting book. It's definitely not for everybody, but it's very interesting to say the least. But like when it comes to Lights Out, it's she doesn't know this guy. The guy has only had some like interaction with her because she's a nurse, and I think it's like he had gotten into like a fight or something and had to get stitched up and whatever. But she was also dating his roommate, so he's had like some interaction with her. But the moment they break up is when he kind of like capitalizes on the opportunity. Wait, what, Mike? Isn't it not kind of a stalker, a bat in the night watching? No, 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 it is. No, but like we're talking romantically interested stalker. But like I'll just say this in Under Her Scars, he's basically Batman as a stalker, but he straight up murders people. He literally is the billionaire of a company, like a CEO billionaire of a company in this city that's overrun by crime, and he goes out at night and just murks motherfuckers. But then he sets it up where he's like stalking this girl, and like he waits for her to get into trouble, and then sets it up where he gets shot so she'll take care of him for a second, and then makes this like he keeps breaking into her house, but he like never hurts her. He's just super fucking crazy. It's weird. It was entertaining just from it's like, oh, it's stalker Batman. Like this is a very interesting concept, but it wasn't like the SA. There is a scene in there that gets very, very dark. So if you're not into that, like if you can't handle that, do not listen or read that book. But like it's a very interesting concept. Um,
How he plays Batman looking for Harley all
hey yo, listen, I totally support that. Listen, if they're not a little mentally ill, like I mean, what's the point, right? They're not a little crazy. Um,
How do you know they really love you if not a little bit crazy?
how do you know? How do you know if they love you if they won't stab you, right?
Sometimes you gotta be a little crazy. If not, do they really love you? They're just wasting their time with you.
So yeah, the forbidden love pass. Next one,
Yeah, I do pass on that.
workplace workplace romance.
Okay.
Again, it kind of falls under the forced proximity. Sometimes it falls under the fake relationship.
My
I
wife. I love you, honey.
oh my god, yeah, you walked right into that one. Workplace, simply enough, a relationship between people who work in the same place. I can fuck with it. I normally like the more fantasy setting. I can't say much on this either. yeah, it's fictionally, I like it. I can smash it. IRL doesn't work great.
Oh, I didn't even know about the books till we jumped on. Actually, he's giving me
Kind of
quizzes on on different books since I'm not really into books that much. Especially he's telling me about his dark novels. So it's actually books that you read, honey. He's talking about what do I think off of the concept, but I'm kind of relating it to different things that please don't ever. Oh goodness.
I mean, it
Basically,
can't be
I'm
worse.
comparing to what I know.
listen, it can't be worse than me talking about the mermen that have two corn dogs. All right. I've openly talked about that on my own stream. You're fine, trust me. I have like just off rip, which is funny because I just got these. Where the hell is
We're still waiting on the Skippa Sutra.
it's not the skip like I mean, I talked about this. I have the on my bookshelf, it's this is the special edition Butcher and Blackbird.
You're from
There's
the
literally there's literally a scene in this book that that make people not want to eat cookies and cream anymore.
cookies and cream.
Yeah. So I mean, I can go into the scene if you have a demon book you're reading. Just please tell me it's not her soul to take. If it is, I'm going to tear you apart. I will. I like. I'm sure there's many of them. I know there's many of them, but if it happens to be her soul to take, I'm about to ruin your day. The female's a demon, hot. I'm in. Let's fucking go. But no, like I have some shit on my Audible. Yeah, it's definitely shocker on some of them. But workplace romance, were you smash or pass, Peanut?
I think pass. I think that one's just overly played.
Yeah, and by all means, chat. If you have a point to make, by all means, put it in there. We'll read it out. We have a conversation about it. All right, the next one is a love triangle. It's a situation where one character is involved with two other people who are interested in them. It's one of those things of like, there's always going to be the better option. Like, it's very clear, but not all the time is it going to be what the author picks, and I do find that a bit annoying. So I I'll usually pass on one of these just because it's like I like the one for one, like, hey, one guy, one woman. It's very easy to keep track. The reverse harems, hell yeah, I got you. See, but that's different though. When it's the reverse harem, it is, well, any harem, it's one main individual, whether it's man or woman, and then their respected partners involved. That I'm like, cool, understandable, because it's such a vague relationship type where it's not like, oh, the love triangle, where it's like, well, I love this person, but I love this person, but I can't choose. A why choose is that's the whole point of it, is why choose? You can have it all, which I totally understand. Not my thing, but I'd still smash it as a topic, as a trope. Love triangle, I'll pass. But I don't know if harems are on here. But like a harem, like I can fuck with it.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on that one too.
Mhm. All right. The next one is insta love, or usually it's love at first sight, where characters feel a strong connection immediately. I will pass on this like 99% of the time. When it comes to a movie, I can fuck with it, but like a book, I need some sort of conflict, or I need some sort of motivation of why it's like, oh, this woman is, oh, she saved my life, is this and that, da da da, where it's maybe the guy is really into her, but she's just doing her job. So it's kind of one of those things, I need some sort of relationship to build. Not just instantly, oh, we love each other, everything's great. No, I need conflict. I need to know that this will last forever.
What if it's instant but forbidden?
I mean, I already passed on both of those, so that's a double pass for me. Here's here's the thing, because there is a sense of the forbidden love, which comes into the next trope that I was about to go over. But We'll get there in a second. But how you feeling about insta love or love at first sight?
Mm, no, pass.
Okay, fair. So the next one is age gap, a relationship with a significant difference in the characters' ages. Now, this I feel falls under forbidden love. However, there is in fantasy, like fantasy romance stuff, it's like the elves who are like 500 years old, and then it's just like this 20 some year old woman, and I'm like, not bat an eye. I'm like, that's fine. But like, if it's like, oh, she's like 17, about to turn 18, and this guy's like 50 years old, I'm like, that's fucking gross. Do not fucking do that.
Is that the Twilight concept?
Yes. Yeah. No, you actually nailed it on the head. I don't know if you said that jokingly, but yes, 100%. That's actually the thing.
Well, that's the first thing that popped in my head. I was like, Twilight, the
Yeah.
guy's ancient and he's in love with this 17-year-old. And then you
Yeah.
also got the kid that's in school with her. It's a werewolf.
Oh, wait. Wait. Your wife's about to fight somebody. I don't know who, though. We talked about a lot of shit.
She's about to come in the room, probably. I'm about to lock the
Wait,
door.
you a big Twilight fan? Are you
Um,
about to fight Peanut? Are we about to watch domestic abuse on stream? I will walk over there and fuck you up. Oh, Peanut. Uh-oh. Peanut, you're about to get your shit rocked.
she'll be okay.
Now, here's the thing. Vampires, okay, I get the appeal. You got your shadow daddies. I understand. Vampires were the epitome of sex appeal back when. Like, I understand that. But why is he in a high school? It's fucking weird. Like, you give me like Bram Stoker Dracula, where he looks like fucking Emperor Palpatine
With the two things on top. I remember that movie.
yeah, the giant buns. Yeah. And like, but like he like feeds, and then he like becomes younger. He looks better. I'm not gonna say he's hot, but I'm just saying he looks better. Okay, yeah. Let's take Astarion then. Like, if Astarion was like, like I understand they're the epitome of sex appeal because they're powerful and hungry, and like I get it. But again, you're saying they're 17 forever. You don't have to do what 17-year-olds do when you are 500 years old. Don't they go to war at some point? Like, I know there's a lot to go. And here's the thing, I am not shitting on Twilight. I've never seen it. I don't plan on seeing it. But I have heard some things about Twilight from Twilight fans back in the day who have now watched it again, and they're like, it's not great. And I'm like, you know what? Cool. I'm fine with that. But a lot of the times where what are they supposed to do? Get jobs? I don't know, go off to war. Look, aren't they immortal? Like, literally, they could go like fight for our country, or fight for a country that they want to fight for. I don't know. There's so like they could be a doctor. Like, oh, cool. They did. Okay, well, why would you go back to high school? Be like Wolverine and be in every war? Yeah, sure, fuck it, why not?
He
Go
wasn't
to
everywhere.
space. Become an astronaut. And then when you come back, like, oh, you didn't age, like, yeah, time dilation, fucking weird. Okay, cool, whatever. But no, it's just like, let's go to high school. Why? You know what they could do? It literally could have just started an underground rave. And if you know the reference I'm making, I hope somebody gets this reference. But then
Underground
you know,
rave. The only thing with vampires and like some kind of party, I'm thinking, what? Mitchie. All right, hydrate.
hi Mitchie, we're talking about books. We're talking about book tropes specifically right now because Peanut doesn't live in this world and I do, so I'm trying to. We're playing Smash or Pass book tropes. We're talking about age gap right now.
Mitchie,
But yeah,
you're about to make best friends with my wife. She's in here talking about it too.
Oh, I'll hide. Okay. I mean, it's not my stream. Hold on, I have to go grab another drink then. I'm sorry, Michi. I'm sorry. Give me a second.
I did hydrate. I took a sip. But yeah, she's talking about the book. She's Gobea 420 right there. Um yeah, she's talking about the books as well. Right now we're bringing up Twilight. Uh how Skip's
Yeah, we're
thing
talking
is
about
why
Minecraft, the
is he in high
vampires for
school
high school forever.
and why is he not doing other stuff? And my wife's saying, well, he's 17 forever.
All right, hydrated, and I'm hydrogenizing my water.
Yeah, just to me, I think I'm gonna skip on that subject. So I'll pass. Bam's appearances don't age, so he has to work with that. Yeah, because he doesn't have to say he's 17. Yeah, he might have that 17 age body, but is anybody really gonna know his age? Nowadays, especially people don't even know. Like, you can go out somewhere and you don't know if that person's overage or not. The only way you can tell is you actually check their ID.
No, no, hold on, Chef. You had it right the first time. Why light? Like, why? That's so funny. I had to write a blog on why light, and I hated doing that. But my girlfriend at the time was also named Bella, and she loved it. Honestly, fair. I totally get it. But for age gap in certain circumstances, when it's some like mythical being, I'm okay with it. When, like I said, when it's like a 17-year-old about to turn 18 and some 50-year-old dude, no, that's fucking gross and it's fucking weird. So it's, I'm leaning more towards the smash than the pass. But the next one, billionaire,
All right, before I
focuses on
skip,
romance.
everybody who's in here, if you have not joined the giveaway, exclamation point giveaway on the chat will get you into the raffle for the free shirt from the Nutty podcast. Guys, don't pass it up. It's a free shirt. You can qualify. Whoever's in there, there's only one giveaway tonight. So if you get it, you get it. You'll be able to get the code right away and you'll be able to order your shirt. So exclamation point giveaway will get you access to that shirt for the Nutty podcast.
Mike, you jerk. I hate you, Mike. I hate you.
I won't be able to sign the shirt because they'll ship direct.
Uh, when I make my way out to California, Mitchie, I'll stop by and I'll sign the shirt for you if you win it.
We'll
Because
sign.
I do
We'll
plan
sign
on
at
going out.
TwitchCon.
I do one of these days. I'm gonna make it out to TwitchCon. It's just, dude, there's so much shit as an adult. I'm like, god damn it. But now I do have a separate account that is not attached to anything, so no bills go through it, no nothing, no, I don't even have a card that touches it. It's literally just a separate account where I'm putting money in, which is going to be my traveling account. So I'm hoping at the very least next year to be at TwitchCon to meet everybody.
All right,
Um,
but
but
everybody
even still,
exclamation point giveaway.
I do want to make it out to California to meet all the homies because like you guys are out, like Peanut, you're out there. I know Mitchy, you're out there. Melon Cass. I got a few other friends that are out there too. So like I want to go and see everybody.
Sounds good. What's the next one?
The next one was billionaire. So focuses on a romance between a wealthy individual and another character. So they could be poor as shit, but as long as one of them is a billionaire, that's the whole premise.
Uh,
This one I find annoying just because it's normally a very emotionally stunted man who's like, I can buy your love, I can buy you anything. So it's just I pass on it. But it's one of those where it's like it's a soft pass because like somebody could make a book like where it's the billionaire is like it's just a guy who's like a sad individual, and I'm like, okay, that's the reason why he's not together with somebody. It makes sense. But come to OKC, I OKC, Oklahoma
Oklahoma City.
City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd make my way down there, Ed. Like I said, I have a travel account now. It's slowly building. I want to start traveling more as an adult. It's just because like I take vacations and normally I just stay home, get stuff done around the house, and sleep because I'm just like I just want to be away from work. But it's like, dude, I don't go anywhere. Like when I was a kid, we used to go like everywhere and it was awesome. Um,
So
but yeah, I'm going.
would you say this this billionaire can be like, let's say, a secret billionaire where they don't reveal themselves being a billionaire till later on?
Yeah, literally the premise just dictates that it's a billionaire. They can be secret billionaire. They can be yes,
Batman.
it could be Batman. It could be yeah. It's literally just billionaire. So
Okay.
it's either, hey, I'm a billionaire up front in the book, or it's a billionaire that you as the reader would know. But it's like, oh, I want to find someone who loves me for me, not for my money, so I'm going to hide everything until the very end. That's all it is. So
So
this is a soft pass for me.
so this one might be a smash for me. The reason being because um when I was at my self-made or inherited changes it.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, Mitchy, that's my wife right there. So change it because at my old job, I was able to be on my phone a lot more because it wasn't so demanding. I wasn't a manager at my last position that I took.
Mhm.
So I was able to be on TikTok a lot more frequent. So there was those random stories that pop up, like those terrible, shitty stories that it's shitty, but they want you to pay for the subscription so you can see more of those stories. I was like, let me keep listening to these and it'd be like that fake. The guy with the fake background doesn't want to reveal the billionaire stuff until later on. Oh, all of a sudden he's the CEO of this company, but he doesn't tell the girl until like later on. So I was getting enticed with those stories. I'm like, okay, it's better than just getting stuck on TikTok and just going downhill, downhill, downhill on random videos. I was, I'll just follow the story, and I'd be stuck on those for a while. I forget the name of those things where it's a shitty thing, but the stories, I'm like, whatever. I'll keep seeing how it ends.
Yeah, I get. It. Okay. You're usually asleep during those lives. Fair. All
She
right.
probably heard books and she woke right up.
Probably. Yeah. Sleep is valid.
My wife is the
Uh,
reader between us too.
the next one is marriage of convenience, which again is the fake relationship, or it falls under more than just that, but it's a marriage entered in for practical reasons rather than romantic love. Which again, Leather and Lark, that's kind of the same thing, where it's the marriage of convenience, where she's getting a hitman to find who's killing her family, and he gets to live. I can fuck with that. I'll smash just because there's a lot of instances where it's like, okay, if you're listening to a like a historical fiction where it's like, oh, okay, marriage of kingdoms, things like that. Like, yeah, I can fuck with it. It's nothing too crazy. Sometimes it leads into more where it's like, oh, it's the husband's like a horrible tyrant, and then she falls in love with like a servant boy, whatever it is. Like, there's more to it, so it's like I can mess with it.
Mm, I think I'll probably pass on this one. It's
Interesting.
yeah, it's basically this person is falling for this other person that's just helping them figure out. You said the murders of her family, like who's killing her
Yeah,
family. So this
yeah.
is more like castles, Dungeons and Dragons type of like time frame. Well, no
Not
dragons, but you know what I mean.
necessarily, no, because marriage of convenience literally is just they enter the marriage for practical reasons. It can be a modern day, like Leather and Lark is a modern day story. So it takes place, I think it was New York. So it's like it's not, but I'm saying it leads into more where it's like fantasy setting or it's historical fiction. That's where it's most common and most understood. but it can take place in any time frame, any situation. Where so Mike put, what if it's two gay people protecting each other from bad family dynamics, so they marry each other? Yeah, that's a marriage of convenience. And then it could lean into a forced proximity, or a what was the other one? The technically fake relationship, but like in the end, it could lead to them being an actual happily married couple, which leads into the other tropes, which is great. Like, it doesn't matter if it's two guys, two girls, a guy, a girl, whatever, a vampire and a werewolf, whatever. It's just the convenience of, hey, I benefit, you benefit, it protects us from this. That's all that the trope is. Kind of like the same thing with the billionaire, where it doesn't matter if they're inherited, if they worked for it, if they're hidden billionaire, or they're out in the open. It's just at its core, it's a marriage of convenience. That's the only thing.
Okay. Yeah, when you bring it up more in light to it could be modern. Yeah, if it's something that can lead into a complete different scenario that I'd be probably more open to, I think I'll flip my decision. Go smash that one.
Because you're thinking more of like paying a dowry, right? Where it's basically buying a wife by paying the like two goats and a cow to the father, right? You're
Mm,
thinking of simply that. It's a contractual exchange.
yeah.
Okay. Next one is opposites attract. Two very different people find themselves drawn to each other. Normally it's like a grumpy and a sunshine, cinnamon roll and like cold blooded killer, which I fuck with. It makes for great conflict between the couple, but also creates a very interesting dynamic in like world building. So I smash with that.
Yeah, I'll go the same. Yeah, because that can be everyday life as well. It's usually opposites do attract. If you're the same exact person with the other, it might be for a boring relationship. Like me and my wife, we're not both into gaming. She likes some games where she'll play. She has the Switch. She'll play like Animal Crossing. She played Mario Kart with me before, stuff like that. But she's never fully into gaming. She's more into the reading, which I know she has her time. She's reading. I'm over here gaming. I'm over here doing the podcast, whatever it might be. But we're able to do whatever it might be. You're friendly. I am not. Yeah. So you see right there, my wife's seeing that. I'm more open. I talk to a lot more people. I'm more friendly towards others. My wife is an MA, a medical assistant. Somehow she doesn't like talking to people, but she can talk to people at work, so shit happens. But that's how we do a track. So yeah, I'll fuck with that one. I'll smash that one.
Wait, have you looked at the chat? Did you
Uh,
see? I just, so I just saw Chef Mike's message of shares a Twilight Tales of Woe thing spot for that, and I looked up in the Frosty where it's like, and Chef Mike shares a Twilight Tale of Woe. Like, damn, he just got called out.
well, yeah, my Siri bot basically gives us a summary of what's happened so far from the last moment it spoke.
Mhm. That's so funny.
Like Witty
She,
Mitchie's hydrate reminders clash with the
yep.
escape of wild Lipard. Leopard? No catch today? It doesn't say leopard, it says Lipard.
Interesting. She has to talk to people for a living. Don't make her talk to people outside. That's fair. That's so fair. Um, no, it's okay. It's okay, Mrs. Nut, because listen, we're book talk girlies here. You are accepted and loved, and we completely accept you if you don't want to talk and just hang out and lurk. Me and Mitchie, we got you.
Like I
Um,
feel my because now I add a fake hair.
sorry,
so
bitch.
so just to give some point on it, so my wife
Yeah.
had started a separate Instagram that she hasn't really touched upon, but she had started a separate Instagram where she was gonna be talking about books on what she reads and her like evaluation of
Sorry,
it.
what is this Instagram? I'm sorry, I need to know.
So she hasn't posted anything on it, but she created for the purpose of she's gonna read it and then she's gonna give her feedback on it or what she evaluates this book, what she thinks about it, should it be a good book, and kind of like mid summary on it. So that's one thing she did create, but she hasn't really touched on it. She hasn't really done much on it, but that was her whole point to that new Instagram.
If you are interested, Govier, uh, I do have a book club in my Discord where we are going to be basically doing the same thing. Just in Discord, it won't be like posted or anything, but just for us book girlies to read, kind of go over, and like I have what is it, stage set up for it, so where it's like, cool, I can just put it up, I can talk about it. If you want to comment while we do it, perfectly fine. So if that interests you, by all means, you're more than welcome to join. Just let me know. But yeah, no, that's cool because like, because I'll generally do that where I'll go over what I've been listening to, what I've been reading, and like like the whole haunting Adeline thing. I need people to know how much I hate this book. So hell yeah. Um Now, so we did Marriage of Convenience, Opposites Attract. Then okay, the next one, which I feel like falls under the Forbidden Love, is Best Friend's Sibling.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about this one. It's one character falls for their best friend's brother or sister. I'm like, I mean, it's not really taboo, but it's also like, uh, it's more juvenile. Like that's the part that I don't really care for because it's like, well, this is my best friend. Like, here's the thing: if I had a best friend that was like, hey, I want to bang your brother, I'd be like, fuck yeah, high five, let's go ahead, do it. That's because like that's my friend. I'm gonna be like, I know my brothers. I mean, they're both married, so this is a complete hypothetical. But I'm like, fuck yeah, go for it. I know at least they'll treat you well. Like it makes sense, but the way that it's written is what annoys me. So it's a soft smash for me. Also, the giveaway is you can no longer enter the giveaway.
I saw that. I was thinking about putting in 2 extra minutes in case anybody wants to join a late straggler.
Hey, they had their chance.
True.
Listen, I'm just saying. You know, you put it on for what? 50 minutes, 60
Yeah,
minutes?
50 minutes.
50 minutes. That's 50 minutes. You
That was
know,
good.
in here, it just makes sure that they're here earlier the next time.
All right, guys. Right before we continue with the next one, we're gonna be choosing the winner. So, guys, I got a couple people on here. They're still in the chat, some of them. So let's see. Pick winner.
You have to be here to win. Hey,
Looks like Chef
congrats,
Mike.
Mike.
You are the winner.
See, now you can send it to me so I remember that we have merch. But congrats, Mike. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out, commenting. I'll wear it on stream. Hell yeah, dude. And again, if you guys want your own merch, make sure you are here during the podcast. When we announce it, you have to be here to win. If not, kick rocks. It's too bad.
All right, Chef, I just sent you the code. You're all good to go. Thank you for joining in. And thank you on that win. Hopefully, we do get to see that shirt on stream. All right, Skip, we're good to continue.
Okay, so we're back at Best Friend Sibling. I said a soft smash just because, in theory, there's nothing wrong with it, but in written form, it's always such a juvenile experience to listen to the conflict between friends, and I find it annoying.
Yeah, because in real life, I feel like it'd get weird. Um, being that, let's say if it was my best friend, what if something didn't work out? And then there goes your friendship. When it comes down to the book, you want to see how it ends. Because who knows where it might go. But yeah, I'll mess with that one. I'll go smash on that book.
Soft smash. Fair.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, One Night Stand slash Secret Baby. It had me in the first half, lost me in the second half. Like a one night stand where it's, like, oh, it was this random person that I met like New Year's Eve, and then they're like searching for them. Okay, I can fuck with that. But then it's like, Secret Baby. Now you lost me. Like it's, oh, you have a kid. I don't care. Like I don't care that you have a long lost kid that you didn't know. This is stupid. it I listen and read books for the fictional aspect of it, not to hear like, hey, remember that one time you fucked up and didn't wrap it? Here's your kid. Like I don't want to listen to that. I think that's so stupid. That one is a pass for me. Again, that depends now. The story is put together, but it's a common trope. Yeah, it's a very common trope. But again, it's like in book context, pass. If it was in like a TV show context, yeah, when it's like an episode like couple seasons in where it's like, hey, these characters really well, but hey, let's shake things up, let's add this complete curveball and just keep continuing and see what happens. Like, okay, that's fine. But when you make that like the whole premise of a book or a whole premise of a movie, I hate it. So that is a hard pass for me.
So I'm assuming you're not a fan of the Fast and the Furious when Vin Diesel turns on his family.
Here's the thing though, it's that's a very small part of it. The reason I don't like the Fast and Furious movies is because they got bad. That's like not even close to like, hey, you didn't like it because of this. No, I don't like them because they got bad. Like, here's the thing: Fast and Furious 1, 2, uh,
Tokyo Drift.
3. I'll throw Tokyo Drift in there. I fuck with Tokyo Drift. It's not great by any means, but like I found it entertaining. And I think what 4 then? Because I think, or did they do 3, or is Tokyo Drift just 3? I thought
Tokyo Drift
Tokyo
is
Drift.
3.
Okay, I'll say even up to like 4 was good. Like the moment The Rock came in is when it started going downhill, but it was still watchable.
That's the one I think they're in what is it? Brazil?
Arrow or something. Brazil, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that one I did kind of like. I was more into the music for that, so it was good vibes.
Mhm.
But yeah, those are the better ones.
One and
I
two are the best.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on this one, and not just on that. I know a story like this in real life. I'm not putting my friend's tea out there, but it's a similarity to where they're in that same concept. I'm not saying a person's name, but
But here's the
the
thing, though. That's
kids,
real
yeah,
life,
yeah, like
and
the
that's
kid's
like,
dad doesn't even know.
that's fine. Like if that happened to you IRL, yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you're a shit person. It's gonna be like, oh, you didn't know, and it was like 10 years ago, and you're just finding out about it now. I'm not gonna judge you for that. I'm gonna judge you for what you do for the future. But when it comes to a book or a movie, I don't care. Like I could not care less. Unless it's just the first half of like, hey, it was a one night stand, but it was like the best night of my life and I want to find this woman again, I can fuck with it. But not the hey, you had a one night stand, now you have a baby. Like I could not care less. That's a hard pass for me on the second half. First half would be a smash if it wasn't for that other part.
Okay.
It's like she's a 10, but if you have sex with her, she's going to come back 10 years later and you have a kid. Like that's the feeling of this. So yeah, no. Uh Childhood Sweethearts. It's I'll preface this, it's a soft smash, but normally I'm like I need more conflict in characters cuz then normally the Childhood Sweethearts usually goes back to like sometimes it hits a bit of an age gap where it's like it all encompasses best friend sibling to the age gap. Wait, or hear me out. There's this fancy invention that protects bananas from creating more bananas. No, that's fair. But but specifically it says one night stand slash secret baby, and the description is an unexpected pregnancy results from a brief encounter. Yeah. No, I 100% agree. Wrap that shit. Wrap it up. Wrap it up more than a popsicle in the Sahara, okay?
Or
Yeah,
if you
that's
get
what
a
happens when you don't
faulty
your banana.
protection can happen as well.
Yeah, but let's be real. Most people, they're dumb. They're just dumb. They're not gonna wrap their shit,
Well, that goes
and
with
that's
Chef
why
Mike's
so
comment right
many.
there.
What if that monkey forgets to protect banana? Listen, listen. Here's the thing. That's why there's so many dumb people in the world. It's from other dumb people not wrapping their shit.
My wife just walked in the room.
Uh-oh. Wait, do we get to watch Pia get murdered right now? Do it. Do it. No.
Nah, she just walked in. She's like, "Hey, what the?" Like, she gave me that look. Like, why are you talking about this? I wasn't invited.
Hey, if your wife wants to come on the podcast, I am more than happy to have her. We can talk books all night. I am perfectly happy with that. Like I said, this is my world. You're stepping into something I am very, very in depth into.
That's why I told you. That's why, like, I threw you in as a co-host. Like, I didn't. It was just gonna be whatever I wanted. It's collaboration. That's what it is. Cause then I get your feedback off of whatever I'm talking. I get and vice versa. You'll get my feedback on whatever you're talking on.
Yeah. So I thought, like I said, that's why I thought this would be fun because like this isn't exactly your world, but like you would have things that you know of that are similar. It's when we get into the book part of it is when you're probably going to get pretty lost, but it'll be okay because it'll be hilarious. So childhood sweethearts, it's a soft smash for me. What was it for you, Peanut?
Yeah, I'll smash that one.
Okay. The last one I have on this list is Royalty, a romance involving members of a royal family. So I I smashed this normally because a lot of the romantasy books that I listen to uh is like, hey, it's this royal whatever. It could be like a royal fae or this uh person, magical person, whatever. And then it's like just a normal commoner or somebody like a criminal, things like that. So royalty in romantasy, it just goes hand in hand. So I fuck with it.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of movies I've watched before. Funny thing, I got the comment from my wife because background on that, I've known my wife since middle school.
Mhm.
We reconnected many years later.
So she gave you this thing of like, motherfucker, you better. That's so funny. Can we have more book streams and just have your wife just comment because this is hilarious.
She's watching closely right now.
Good, she should. You should have all the right answers. So royalty, smash or pass?
Yeah, I'll be good with that one because it just remind. I'm telling you, me, I'm comparing it to movies because usually a lot of these books turn into movies. So
Mhm.
to me, that's how I'm comparing it. Which, yeah, I'd be into something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so that completes the list, right? There's way more. And by all means, we could have a second episode where we go into the more niche tropes, which I would have to make a list for. Like this was literally just the list off of Google, which I thought was pretty good looking at it before stream. So I was like, you know what, this is good. We can do this. We could have a whole nother book stream or book episode. But for now, that's going to be it for tropes. Now comes the very interesting part of a game that I basically have set up for Peanut, which is uh working title fanfic or not. So I have a list of so off of Goodreads, and these are dark romance books because I thought this would be funny. So I have a list of like professionally published, well-known dark romance books, and then I have just a list of uh fanfics from, was it AO3, an archive of our own. So it's fanfics that people have written, and I'll give you the titles of them. And there may be some overlap where some, because like there's one I had to look up just to make sure. There was one literally called Possession, and it's such a simple title. There's multiple books called Possession. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going off of the list of Goodreads and a list of AO3. So,
And
so
AO3 is considered like a fanfic?
yeah, it's literally, so the actual name of it is an archive of our own. So, or archive of our own AO3. It is all fanfics. It's people can write a fanfic, post it on there, people can read them. So, like I'll say, so it's funny because this is literally the first book on the list from Goodreads. I'll say Haunting Adeline, and you tell me whether or not it is a professionally published book or a fanfic, right? And obviously you'd go professional or like actual published. So basically not a fanfic,
Okay.
right? So, are you ready? I don't know how well this is going to work, but I figured this might be funny.
Yeah, let's go.
So, the first book that I have is Secrets of the Darkest Art. Is it an actual book or is it a fanfic?
Go actual book. Final answer.
That would be wrong. It is
Really?
a Harry Potter fanfic.
I thought it was, yeah, because I was like,
It's
Harry
Dark
Potter
Arts.
Dark Arts. So I was like, maybe someone actually wrote a book kind of similar.
So just do you want a hint or do you want a kind of clue that'll kind of help you throughout the game? Or no, do you want to raw dog it?
All right, because I feel like maybe the hints are gonna be too obvious.
Okay. Looking for a piece of paper so I can keep track of how many you got right, how many you got wrong. Says one wrong. Okay. Lights Out. Is it real or is it a fanfic?
Lights out.
Hmm?
Let's go real. Published.
You better have gotten that right because I literally was talking about it earlier. That was the Stalker book, remember?
Oh yeah.
I was like, surely he gets this. Okay. Hooked. Is it real or is it a fanfic?
Fanfic.
Wrong. It is a real book.
And I was gonna go real, but then I started thinking, I was like, maybe they're thinking like Captain Hook or
Exactly that. That's the thing. It's exactly Captain Hook. That is the actual premise of the book, but it is a dark retelling. So it's not a fanfic because I don't think it actually has any copyright issues.
good night, honey.
Have a good night.
And I was like, you know what? It's gonna be. I was like, it's gotta be real, but I was like, no, maybe it's gotta be like a trick question because I was thinking either that or I know what you did last summer, the guy with the fish hook.
Yeah. Okay. Heartache Every Moment. Is it real or is it a fanfic?
Heartache every moment.
Yep.
This sounds like a desperate housewife that's really is traumatizing her marriage. So I'm gonna go fanfic.
It is a fanfic, but that's not what it is. Do you want to take a guess at what it's about? I doubt you'll get it, but it's really funny.
Give me the title again.
Heartache every moment.
Um, that's the only
It's
thing that's
so
going through my head. It's literally just someone who's just going through pain their whole life with they can't find real love. Everything is going wrong in their life,
You know what's
and
really funny is you're not far off from what it actually is, but I don't think you'll guess it. It is a supernatural fanfic.
okay, I wouldn't have guessed Supernatural.
Yeah, you were surprisingly close though. If you took the actual supernatural series, you're not far off of what that actually is. Okay. So, next book, Does It Hurt? Is it a real book or is it a fanfic?
Does it hurt? I think that's too plain for a well published book. So I'm gonna go fanfic.
It is a real book.
Really?
It is a real book. And you know what's funny? By H.D. Carlton, the same person that does Haunting Adeline. And it's funny because I did listen to a sample of this book before I ever listened to Haunting Adeline. And it's basically about if I remember correctly, it's a woman who basically gets trapped in a lighthouse with this guy. So, if I remember correctly, I could be wrong. It's been a while. So,
So this is a proximity one.
yes.
Okay.
But I don't know that. I don't know 100% because I never actually went into it. Next book, The Predator. Not to be confused with the aliens.
Predator. Mm,
Is it real or fanfic?
let's go with fanfic.
Wrong. It is a real book.
God damn.
I don't actually know what this one is, but it's on the list from Goodreads. Let me see. Literally, the tagline is "What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object in the field of death."
What?
It's probably like two snipers or something. Oh, it's a mob romance.
Mm.
Okay, that makes sense. Even Ed's getting in on this. Okay, next book. I'll take you in pieces.
Why am I getting like Saw vibes?
It could be. These are dark romances. Anything is possible. Is it real or is it fanfic?
Mm, fanfic.
That is correct. It is a fanfic about Teen Wolf, the TV series.
The
Hey, man, I'm just here for the game. I'm not judging. I'm just having fun. Next book, Her Soul to Take.
real.
Do you know which book this is?
No, but I'm pretty sure I've heard of this one.
This is the other one that I hate more than anything. This is the one that was baby girl for every sentence.
That's
This
why
is
I
that.
thought I've heard this before. I
Yes,
didn't know where I heard it from.
yes. I thought I'd give you an easy curveball.
I was like, I know I've heard this title somewhere.
All right. Next book, Pretty Little Things. Is it real or is it fanfic?
Pretty Little Things. Fanfic.
That is correct. This is a Hannibal, the TV series fanfic.
Hannibal?
Hannibal.
Okay. I didn't expect that. I was I was thinking like
Mhm.
the movie like Pretty Little Liar or something.
See, that's the thing. This is my world. You can expect anything. All right. God of Pain. Is it real or is it fanfic?
God of Pain. Let's go real.
It is real. And I do believe, is it the one based off of, it might be Hades.
I was
No, it
thinking
is
of
another, it's
that
another
PlayStation
mafia
game,
one.
God of War.
Which one? Oh God, fair enough. It is another mafia romance. See, you're killing it, man. You only got 3 wrong so far. Might be 4. I might have miscounted. All right. The next one is Until We Bleed. Is it real or is it fanfic?
Until We Bleed?
Until We Bleed.
Real.
No, this is a fanfic, and it is a Twilight fanfic.
No, my wife's already asleep.
Yeah, there's some crazy ones in here.
She loved those movies.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. I never knew daylight could be so violent. Is it real or is it fanfic?
Let's go with fanfic.
That is correct. Do you want to take a guess at what it's about?
I wouldn't even be able to guess that one. The only reason I thought I was like, I don't think they have really long titles. I would assume something short and
Oh,
sweet would be a
there's a
book.
few. There's a few books that do have quite a long title, but this one I think is hilarious because it is a Marvel Cinematic Universe fanfic.
I'm seeing
Yeah, it is an MCU fanfic, and I'm like, that's
like Black
hilarious.
Widow or something. Scarlet
Do
Witch.
you really want to know?
Sure.
It is Loki and Tony Stark.
What?
Oh yeah.
I can see it where he'll just transform into something just to fuck with them, and he'll probably fall in love with them somehow.
Oh no, because there's way more to the description, but I don't I don't want you to get in trouble with Twitch.
Oh, I know where you're going with this, but that's basically what I was kind of thinking. Where he's gonna let him just live that idea for so long and not even knowing it's Loki.
No, it's worse than that.
Oh, he knows it's Loki.
Um, one of it's graphic depictions of violence and grape. Yeah, it's like, oh, that's fucked up. But hey, it's fanfic. You do you, boo boo.
Some people come up with some unique stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Next one. Sweet Dreams.
Mm,
Mind you, I'm just going off of the lists in front of me. This one sounds like it could be either or, but the ones I'm looking at right now, like I said, it is the first things that pop up when you type in dark romance on Goodreads and AO3.
let's go with real.
In this list, it might be real, but in this list, it is a fanfic, and it is a Sherlock the TV series fanfic.
I never saw that one with Lucy Liu. I was thinking about watching it.
I think I've seen a couple episodes. We'll do one more because I feel like this could get really boring real fast. Let me find a good one. All right, here's one. Nocticadia.
Noctucadia?
Nocticadia. Is it real or is it fanfic?
Noctucadia. Let's go fanfic.
This is a real one. And this is one I've actually listened to. This one's not bad. It's a really odd book. Basically, it takes place in like a purgatory of sorts. Um, it's interesting. It's decent. I'd recommend it. But no, that one is real. But on the bright side, you're pretty much even on right and wrongs. I think you had 7 right and 5 wrong, if my count's correct. It might not be. It might have been like 7 right and 6 wrong. But hey, you know what? Almost a 50-50 split. Not bad for something you're not used to. So yeah,
Not bad.
that was the game of fanfic or no.
Not bad.
But here's the thing, because we can still talk about these, because I have a few things to talk about as far as like the romance stuff or dark romance. What's really funny is everything that happens in a dark romance is okay because they have pretty privilege. Have you heard of this?
No.
So the whole situation of like 50 Shades of Grey, right?
I know about it, but never really seen it. But I know the concept behind it.
Yeah, basically it's like a role play thing. The guy's rich, and it only works and it's only hot because the dude is hot and has money. If you did the same shit in a trailer park, it's creepy. So there's a lot of things. I forget who I was talking to about this, where it's like
Was it
everything
Mitchie?
is no. It was someone IRL, and it's just funny because like the whole thing of haunting Adeline. If it was just some dude that like basically worked at like an IKEA and had a dad bod, none of it would be okay for women. Women would hate it. But it's the mere fact of, oh, this guy is so chiseled, he's so hot, da, 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 that women just like are all about these books. So pretty privilege is a pandemic in these romance books because, like I said, it doesn't work unless the guys are hot. Like so you were questioning the whole cookies and cream thing that I was talking about
Yeah.
when I made the comment about Butcher and Blackbird, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in Butcher and Blackbird, in Leather and Lark, and Scythe and Sparrow, which is the complete Ruinous Lovers trilogy, within each book there is one scene that has to do with food. Now, the first book has to do with well, the food scene has to do with uh cookies and cream ice cream that's made out of uh certain fluids found in males. There's a whole context behind of why it's that. And essentially one of I can't remember if it's the guy who ends up tasting it, but essentially people found it like horribly disgusting and just did not like it. Like people were like, "Oh my god, I can never eat cookies and cream ice cream again." But like in the context of the book, like a lot of the shit's fine just because the main characters are hot. Like you just kind of like bat an eye at it and just keep going.
Just keep
And
eating it.
no. You keep reading or keep listening. It's like, yeah, both these characters are super hot. This is just a weird thing that happened. Let's just keep moving forward. In Leather and Lark, a guy basically gets his teeth bashed in, and then the mob boss takes the guy's teeth, puts it in a blender with pizza and beer, and makes the guy drink it. Again, like it's not great, but like whatever. And you keep going because, of course, all the characters are hot. There's a bunch of shit going on. They're killing people. It's fine. If And then in the third book takes a very different turn when it comes to food. Essentially, uh, the scene has to do with cotton candy, and I have no idea how I can get around explaining this where Twitch does not get mad. Essentially, they take a recreational toy and use it as the like stick that you put cotton candy on. And then uh he has her eat it. But like he's a doctor, so everything's sanitary. But I can't really say any more than that because it's a lot.
Yeah.
But again, all this crazy shit happens and you don't bat an eye because like all the characters are hot and everything's great. If you took like like if you took me and you
pinche
and put us in a
Junior.
book and had us
Por eso
do
te
these
dejó
crazy
Leslie, güey.
things, like it doesn't work because we're not like 6'8", chiseled abs, like just billionaires. It doesn't fucking work. So that essentially is what pretty privilege in romance books is. Hey, evil chicken, how are you?
Hey, but chicken, how you doing?
We're currently having our book talk podcast today. But the funniest thing though, and I was thinking about this on my ride home, like my drive home from the store, right before stream. Like, so you know how I have the mommy voice and the daddy voice, right? Yes, it is. We're having book talk right now. So, like, you know, I come in and I have these voices, right? So it's like,
If this voice, which is a lot lower, and I can get a little more sultry, right? And I go, ooh, good girl.
right? It works. But if I go, ooh, good girl, it's cringe. It's you hate it, right? It's just like nobody likes this. Oh, I'm always reading smut, evil chicken.
No, not me. I just we're on his topic, so since I'm not in that world, he's trying to get my my feedback or my reaction to it.
Yeah, you just missed us play a game that I made called Is It a Real Book or Is It Fanfic? So you missed that. We were also talking about all the tropes, but now we're talking about pretty privilege in these books. So, and it's funny because, like, I understand, I get it. I read these books, I listen to them. You know, it's whatever. It's fictional. It's an escape.
You a
Don't
chicken,
worry.
you too? You're into these types of books? You missed the whole thing.
Listen, Peanut. I guarantee you, about 80% of the women you talk to are into these books, and they just don't talk about it.
Could be. Evil Chicken's a cool streamer. I just joined her stream and I just troll her sometimes by accident.
You don't read.
I don't read smut.
Like, I mean, like,
He
I have like
does.
whole special editions, like right next to me on my bookshelf. I just got this. This is a special edition. It has the foiled edges, the custom artwork on the covers.
I'm just here for the ride.
I also just got this one. He's hiding his smut in his lab. No, because he gets all bashful when I talk about it.
You tread on horror books? Okay. I mean, I'm more of a movie person, so I've been comparing a lot of these books to movies that I've seen or like shows I've seen. Like one of them I was comparing to like Law and Order or The Notebook, stuff like that. Two books or two movies I didn't bring up was like The Prestige or The Illusionist, where it kind of goes into some of those concepts, but yeah, that's what I've been comparing to.
And see, I do enjoy horror. Like a good horror narrative hits so different than like watching it. It's so good. But yeah, it like oh yeah, the whole like pretty privilege, right? Because for some reason everyone loves the mommy voice.
And then the moment I start talking like this, I'm a totally different person.
But yet I look like this, right? And for some reason people still love the mommy voice. Don't you lie to me, evil chicken. I know about Fourth Wing.
Also, like, and
Yeah,
Disturbed books.
and that's the thing. Like I said, a good horror narrative will hit different than watching it on a screen because there's so much left to the imagination while also like focusing on something scary. Like, so for those of you who don't know, I'm currently in the midst of writing my own book, and I decided at a certain point I did take kind of a left turn and kind of went into more of a body horror aspect or something. It's not going to be the whole book, but it's just this one segment. So it's like, cool, I want to try to, stretch my writer's legs a bit, see what I like. And for the context of the horror, it makes sense. So the horror element in itself is not the main focus of the book, but having a good bit of horror sprinkled in to make sense is a great feeling to have. So by all means, like we can talk about books all night, but I wanted to focus on a bit of the more romance stuff because that's not Peanut's element. And we like to kind of talk back and forth about our own things because 90% of the time we share one brain cell and we can talk about games, we can talk about what we're doing, we can make fun of Cass. Doesn't matter. We're on the same wavelengths. But it's interesting when we can bring forth something that the other person doesn't quite understand, and it's way more fun. Like this is probably one of the most talkative we've been as far as episodes have been, just because it's like I know this really well, he doesn't, so I'm kind of like leading everything. But again, we're still figuring out the podcast.
And that's what we're always getting. We're always feeding on each other's vibes on what we're talking about. That's why when I came up with the Nutty podcast, I brought Skip along because he had different feels, and it's not just something that I'm like, oh, this is what we're gonna direct. I throw in an idea, he throws in an idea. Like today, I asked him like, hey, I've been thinking about probably like glitches in the Matrix, and he's like, let's try this. Yeah, sure, let's do it. So we've been talking about the book talk, a thing that he knows real good on. A lot of our viewers right here, they're well versed on it. I'm going in blind. I'm more on I'm more on movies where I can compare a movie. I'm like, oh, cool. I can compare to this one, or this show. But when it comes down to books, I'm lost. The most books I remember when I was younger was like Goosebumps, Captain Underpants. Like, I'm lost to everything else. I've owned Harry Potter books. I've never read them. I've owned them because I used to get them for free through Nestle when I was little. So the Scholastics, I used to get a bunch of those, but I'm lost with all these books.
Chicken, if that would be hilarious. But that's up to Peanut. Peanut, do you want to read some smut on podcast?
Twitch is gonna kill my stream immediately.
I don't know. You just have to censor everything.
That's gonna be the whole
Here's
book.
the thing, though. I've seen a streamer, like I'll see clips come up on like Instagram or TikTok. It's this streamer. It's these two women who read these smut books on stream. I'm pretty sure it's Twitch. I don't think it's Kick. Just meow for bad words. That's what when actually. I was
She
gonna
said,
say when they talk
"Stick your meow in my meow." Meow there.
about, you just gotta get the
I do have that actually.
yeah. So just go. She's stuck. Wait, oh, let me just pull out one of these books real quick and
Your chicken's like, I'm out.
you didn't hear what I said, did you?
No, you basically muted yourself.
No, I know that was the point because I said some really bad shit. I was like, I really hope this works. Because I can hear myself talking through this. So when I hit that, it stopped. So I'm like, cool. Even I can't hear myself. So I wanted to make sure.
I don't know. I've said some pretty bad things in this voice. Come back, chicken.
Yeah, that's why we're always bouncing different things on Nutty Podcast. That's why it's nutty. You don't know what we're gonna talk about. You don't know what concept we're gonna be on. Nothing's the same. Sometimes we'll throw in a couple of different things that, yeah, maybe we're reviewing. Like the other day we did Am I the Asshole? We've done it twice. So who knows? We're always talking about different things. So Nutty Podcast, remember, we talk about everything and anything except politics and religion, because religion can get political. Everything else, nothing's really off the table.
Yeah, we don't even know what we're talking about usually till about 20 minutes before.
Or sometimes as soon as we hit the start button.
Oh yeah, chicken. People, you either love it or you hate it. That's low key how I made my mark on Twitch, is because there's half the people who love it. I literally had a redeem on my channel of be degraded by mommy. And this guy and one other person would keep redeeming it. And I'm like, cool, well, we're turning this off.
And I talk like this and go, who's mommy's good boy? Or for those ladies, who's mommy's good girls?
So yeah, that's kind of how I made my mark on Twitch. So you're welcome. Also, other curse things that I've done. And if Mitchie's still here, she's gonna hate this.
She's probably lurking right now.
Probably. We also have this emote. If you're a follower on my channel, of mermen corn dogs. Absolutely horrid. Is it a monstrosity? Yes. Do I regret making it? Kind of. Will I take it down? No. And you know, just for those in the back, let me just do this. There you go. A bigger picture so you can see it. Which also stems from a romance book that I just finished listening to. The third book in the series. Oh, it's hilarious, but I too also hate it. It's like Frankenstein's creature, right? It's like I did it for science, but then also like it ended up being a monstrosity that terrorized the villagers. But we digress. So, Peanut, do you feel like you've learned a little bit about the book tropes and dark romance, or romance in general?
It's
Do you
it's
feel
a complete different concept I haven't touched upon before, but not bad.
you go start talking dirty to your wife? You're like, I'm a 17-year-old vampire. Love me.
That was just that was funny
And then
because
she's
I didn't know she was gonna jump in. Then commenting on it, I was like, what the heck?
so funny.
I don't know
All right,
what
well,
happened to all those images I was making the other day.
of the corn dogs.
Yeah, I remember the corn dog one. I don't know what happened to that.
You put it in the VC chat. No. You sent them directly to me. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah,
Is-
they're in our personal DMs.
Okay, yeah, because I remember there was a couple different ones. I found this other one where I'm like, okay, so
So new merch possibly? Question mark.
oh, there's already a new shirt out there,
Oh, you're
but
putting that one up?
no, I didn't put this one up.
You know what's funny? I actually really like that one, but I think it'd be way funnier if you added someone feeding her the corn dogs. It'd be so much worse.
No, I had the one I put up is actually show you
The
right now.
astronaut one.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I actually really like that one.
So it's invisible at the moment, but this is the shirt that Skip's talking about right now. That one is
That's
currently
so
up
funny. I feel like that one is that the front. I feel like that should be on the back.
on the back.
Yeah, just because of how big it is.
Well, I can make it
I'm
smaller. I didn't know how big to make it.
I'm an advocate for graphics on the back of t-shirts and then having like a small logo on the front.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
But like actually would be kind of funny is if you put that on the back and then just put a little corn dog in the front that just says Nutty Podcast
That's
or
possible.
merman brand corn dogs, which is hilarious.
Yeah, I'll edit that one more off stream.
Yeah, sounds good. Which is funny because then we have to send Mitchie one of those then because she hates that. She hates that so much. Actually, you know what you could do that on the back, and then have the other one that you just had up, the mermaid girl as the front one, like the front little logo.
Yeah.
Could do that, but like you said, work on it later.
Oh yeah.
It'll be the new collab shirt.
Yeah, I'm always coming up with random shirts, random different designs, just cause why not?
Yeah. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure you check out all the other merch in the store. Go to W to get, was it 20% off with code Nutty?
10% off of w.gg.
And follow us on all our socials. I am Skip Starhopper on all socials. And then Peanut is Peanut22 on most everything. And I think 182 on other.
187 on Discord.
Yes. And we will be back in 2 weeks, like always. Not sure what we're going to be doing, but you know it's going to be nutty. Hence the Nutty Podcast.
Yeah, because honestly, you never know what we're gonna be doing, and that's just what happens when you deal with the Nutty podcast. There's so much stuff that we put into this, and it's nothing consistent. The only thing that's consistent is that you have us as your hosts. Eventually, I'm gonna bring in some different co-hosts. Well, not different co-hosts. We're gonna bring in different guests to hang out with us. I'm gonna make probably a mic right in the middle to where they'd be talking. Probably put them somewhere, or I'll expand the table to where it's a three-person table, and we could talk to them. But that's something for the future. I've already talked to some people that they say they'd be interested. Diz said he'd be interested. Mitchie said she'd be interested.
yes, bring Mitchie on.
And I showed you the design for Mitchie's already. Evil Chicken, if she's still on, I have not shown you the design that I made with AI the other day for Evil Chicken. Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna show you guys the design I made. And it's Evil Chicken. I don't think I've shown anybody but Evil Chicken actually. Let's see, where are you?
Yeah, because I saw Mitchie's, I saw Diz, I saw the other ones that you haven't mentioned, but I don't know if those are confirmed or not, so I'm not going to say the names.
I was talking to Two Dog, but he was doing his thing. This is the one for Evil Chicken.
Hey, yo, bruh.
That's an actual picture of Evil Chicken. Well, I told AI to make it into a design.
I mean, listen, like, respectfully, AI made Chicken just a total baddie. Not that she's not a baddie, but I'm just saying, like, AI did not do her dirty at all. They did make you look like a Simpsons character though.
I don't know why it has like that weird like spotty like spray can style. because the one right before didn't have it, but I had to remove the verbiage under because for some reason it added verbiage that didn't make any sense to what I was asking. So
Hmm.
this was the original before I told it to erase that writing. I told it to erase this writing right here, the Nutty peanut for some reason. And
Nutty peanut.
yeah, so I was like, what is this? And as soon as I told it to remove it, like, look, all that detail on the arm went away on the other
Mhm.
one. And then it erased the evil chicken part, which I was leaving that, but the Nutty is what I was trying to erase.
Just need to point out, it makes your neck look very phallic.
It's
Like it
buff, huh?
literally makes you look like the epitome of a dickhead.
The buff neck.
You did you so dirty. AI did you so dirty on that.
And then, according to Evil Chicken, she's still in here. She said that it looks like I'm plotting against her because every time I'm in her stream, she's trying to throw me in jail.
No, you know what? You know what it really looks like. It looks like she is the evil villain that got the upper hand on you. Like she looks like she is relishing in her victory, and you are just fucking pissed. Like it looks like she just stole all your Bitcoin and like donated it to orphanages, and you just got fucking pissed. That's what it looks like.
Could be.
But all right, that is our time. So thank you everyone for hanging out. Like we said, we will be back in 2 weeks. Any final words, Peanut?
Not just guys, if you do want to join on any future giveaways, please look out for when we're talking about giveaways. And honestly, if anybody wants to put in any info on what you guys want us to talk about, honestly, join the Discord or let Skip know on his Discord. What do you guys want us to talk about? We're always open to different ideas. Like we were gonna go with a different idea, and then all of a sudden Skip's like, "Hey, let's try this." I'm like, "You know what? Let's do it." Because I'm always open to it. It's something out of my comfort zone, so I'm like, all right, let's see where this is gonna go. So we're always open to trying different things, talking about different things. If you guys want to send us anything to see our reaction, this is the Nutty Podcast, guys. We talk about anything and everything except politics and religion. So guys, have at it. As long as Twitch doesn't get us in trouble, that's all I need. As long as it's Twitch appropriate, because this goes on Twitch. The next day it goes on YouTube, and I do shorts throughout the weeks on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So follow the socials, guys. I got Skip right here. Follow his social, Skip Starhopper. Follow his gaming, usually Wednesday to Friday. My gaming is sporadic, but when we go live, come on in. We're always gaming, good times, and we're not every other Sunday, which it's gonna be next, not this Sunday coming up. It's gonna be the following Sunday, which I'll give you an exact date right now. It will be on September 7th. Will be the next Nutty podcast. Gonna be episode 8. So thank you everybody who's followed along. This is a new journey that we've been going on. So far, 6 episodes, and this is already in a 12-week process. It's because we're not trying to bombard you every week. We're not trying to put a strain on anything we're doing. So every other week is how we keep it comfortable for everybody. But once again, thank you guys, much appreciated. Keep checking out the stream. Keep checking out the podcast. Follow Skip if you haven't followed him before. Drop that follow button if you haven't followed me right here on Twitch. But thank you guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. We're going to be rating out. And today we're going to be going to... Let's see who we got.
This is on. We were just talking about him.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that too. It was either that or my buddy Kathy Lee, but we're going over to Diz. All right, guys, follow Diz, show him some love, and I'm even gonna show you guys the one that I came up for Diz, which I already showed him. I was like, look, check it out. This is gonna be Diz. Where are you? Right here.
Make sure when you guys go over, show Diz some love. I think he had just gotten. He was just doing a follower push. I can't remember the number.
And guys, he is currently wearing that hat. I took a screenshot of him midstream, and I told AI, "Can you actually make a thing for him in here?" And that's how he ended up looking. So guys, thank you, much appreciated. Love you guys. Thank you for joining in with myself and Skip. We're gonna continue doing this as long as you guys keep coming in. You don't have to spend any money, even if you just come talk. That's all we need, guys, because we enjoy people just communicating, growing this community between myself and Skip and anybody else that we're gonna bring on. Once again, I'm Peanut. This is Skip to my
Skip.
left. Love you guys, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
And don't forget to copy that raid command, guys, because I don't get a raid this that often, but check it out, guys. Gonna show them some love. I'm gonna close that mouth because swarm of nuts are coming. See you guys soon.
It's the Nutty Podcast. Pull up a seat.